Hello, comrades. Commissar Bro here today. And this time, I have chosen Russia. Why Russia, you ask? Well, Russia is, I guess some people feel like it's hard to play, but I don't think so. I think Russia is actually really easy to play. If you look at their budget, as you can see, they're making $116 billion with a deficit of $45 billion. Now, you know, that seems bad at first, but when you actually look at their expenses, it's pretty easy to tell why they're so broke. This is just normal expenses. Everything is in the red. It's only $25 billion. So they're not doing too well on that part. But, I mean, those expenses aren't bad at all with the way that's set up. But then we go down here and we look at military. Oh, my goodness. It's too much. It's too much. And, you know, that's actually why we're going to just literally get rid of most of this military. Because we don't need it. We do not need it. And we're just going to put it on sale and see who buys it up. And plus, if we decide we want to take over the world later, now we have a much more powerful world because they're going to be pumping out Russian equipment. That's right. No, but seriously, I need to sell all this stuff because this is ridiculous. And that's how we're going to start out this first bit. Alright, so now that we've put everything on sale or disbanded around 140,000 soldiers, we should eventually see changes and refreshings in our unit's upkeep. Should be infinitely lower. And we're going to raise infrastructure. We're going to raise environment a little bit. We're also going to raise government a bit. As we can see, it's not doing too well in our economy, though, for the most part. All right, we're going to go ahead and check. Actually, I'll bring that down a little bit. Yeah. And then we're going to go to taxes. See, tourism's not doing very well. I'm going to max out tourism too, hopefully in a bid to get that under control. And we are going to try to get inflation down as fast as we can, so that that nasty inflation doesn't cause our fixed expenses to grow exponentially, which it will. So we definitely need to bring that down as fast as we possibly can. And I'm going to raise taxes to 60.5. I should probably go a little bit higher, but honestly, I don't care. Let's see. I think 60.5 will be enough. And actually, we'll raise it another 1.5%. Alright, so we're slowly getting our budget under control, and honestly, I could probably raise my tax. Let me just go ahead and raise it the way I normally do. Well, I'm going to keep Russia a little bit lower because I want their stability to remain at a certain level. Look at that. Bam. Already almost making back our money. I'm going to take all money away from research. Let's go ahead and put this on tier 4 time. And watch that inflation drop. I want it to drop faster, so I'm going to raise the interest level even higher because I need that to go down fast. Because you see how quickly my deficit is rising? It's because of that high inflation is causing those expenses to jump exponentially. Oh wow, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. Come on now. Come on. Lower the inflation for the love of God. Alright, well. Alright, so it went down a little bit. It's at 41 billion. Like, this all needs to happen faster. The fact that it's going so slow is kind of worrisome. Very, very worrisome. Alright. Looks like the overall cost of everything is going down significantly. That's great. That is really good. Our unemployment rate is much higher. Let's see how long. Okay, 3 months have passed. Deficits are rising. So what we need to consider doing at this point is we definitely need to consider diplomatic relations with other countries. It seems like the only people in the world who actually enjoy our company are the Ukrainians. how wrong they are. And what I'm wondering is if I can actually disarm some of my nukes. Because I'm wondering if my nukes are... because they've already been deployed to the capital. I don't even know if you can do that. Let me look. Conventional forces... ballistic missiles. None of them show up. So I think once you've actually deployed your missiles, you're pissed out of luck. That's not good. I would have liked to have gotten rid of them because I feel like they're gonna bring down my system. That's not good. It's not good. All right. Well, anyway, corruption is lowering, so we need to figure out what our worst expenses are right now. Corruption's really not. I would just like to get it under control. We should probably raise taxes a bit more. Raise about another 1.5. It looks like resources are going to have to go up too. Yeah, I'm going to bring down the sector taxes and just raise the global tax mods. We need to get this debt under control. I'll raise this like 5% on all areas. And let's see, we're going to go down and we're going to take all these taxes and make sure they are below 10%. So as not to inhibit growth too much. Let's see, energy, electricity, 12.2. Well, that one's pretty much fine because it's so much higher. And that one's fine too. Let me raise this global tax mod a bit more. Let's see what that does for our economy. Put it on tier 4. Give it a minute. Sometimes you just gotta wait for it to refresh. I want to lower that a bit too. That's a bit too high in my opinion. It's gonna inhibit growth. So brought it down to get 3%. Alright, so we're at 18. Let's see what... Okay, inflation's at 8.2%, 8.1. We've almost got it down to a manageable level, thankfully. And we're only 5 months in. Corruption is still incredibly high. Stability is medium. Approval is abysmal. But who cares? Let's permit abortion. We gotta get that approval rating back up. Get our dear loving Russian people to like us more. Oh. Our approval rating is still dropping. Let's see. Let's try raising some of these, shall we? We can bring up telecom a bit. It's cheaper. Infrastructure, we can bring up a bit. That should make people like us a bit more. Yes, it did. Oh, the approval is still dropping. Well, we still have 4 years to worry about approval. But that approval rating is dropping quite rapidly, which is not good. Not good at all. I don't like that. I do not like it one bit. But let's take a look, see. I don't know how much the Russians are actually going to care about all that other stuff. So I think for now we're good. Let's see where our diplomatic relations with the rest of the world are. Not very solid. The only country that is basically rich enough to be able to assist us in our time of need would be like a country along the lines of the United States. The question becomes, do we really want the United States to assist us? Which, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter too much. All things considered, I mean, come on. But, let's raise foreign aid to at least the halfway point so that we don't have deteriorated relations with these countries. But let's see how much money the U.S. is making. Yeah, the U.S. isn't even making enough money. I would consider shrinking my economy, but I don't think that would be a good approach. No, indeed. It would not be. Alright, well, now that we've got inflation under control, we've got those there. You know, we could just go crazy with the global tax mod. Bump it up to 15. 16.2, that's fine, and see what happens. There we go. That's injected some money into our economy. The only problem with this is it's going to kill growth in the long run.
So it's just not good for your economy unless you have some other way of ensuring income, which, considering we just sold, portions of our army, or we're trying to anyway. And I might even consider just disbanding a lot of it, just to ensure that it's not, taking up anything like that aircraft carrier just now. We got rid of that, so hopefully that should have an effect on our total income. We can use this time now to raise this as well, and education a little bit. Try to pump some goodness into our economy while we have the funds. And we're still going to try to pay off some of that debt, because that debt, as it stands, is one of our largest expenses, and it's keeping us from managing ourselves, which is not good. But like I said, if we're not careful, and we leave this global tax mod high for too long, it will kill growth in the long run. It really will. It will murder your economy, which is something we do not want to happen. And inflation is at 2%, so we're going to put the interest level at 0, because we don't want it to go any lower than that. Because basically, if your inflation level gets really low, your economy is basically shrinking at that point in time. Let's see. Tourism is rising. Good, good. I love to see that. I think our approval rating's going up. Corruption is lowering. Stability is stabilizing, as it were. I think we're off to a really good start. This is great. This is a great start as the Communist Party of the Russian Federation. Yes, yes, indeed it is. Yep, look at that. Look at that. Stability is actually not rising. It's not good. It's because of the high tax rate, really. And that's just going to happen with high taxes. Let's lower taxes by 3% and see if that stimulates growth a little bit. It's definitely not going to solve the stability issue that quickly. You would have to put a lot more time and effort into that. That is true. That is true. But anyway, so yeah, I think this will be the first video, and I'll continue doing it. I'll do like another one just to kind of show some further things with Russia, how to keep their economy under control, and we'll just call this one Part 1. But you kind of see where we are right now. This is mainly because of the global tax mod, to be sure. And, we have very high taxes right now, and inflation is stabilized. Everything is relatively stabilized. But as far as, we're working on it. It's definitely a work in progress. We're going to get rid of our military because our economy is just not big enough to sustain such a massive military. I mean, there's countries like Japan that have, a bigger economy than us, yet we have umpteenth times the units. It makes no sense. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. And I'm just going to take units that I can find, and I'm going to get rid of them. I'm just gonna get rid of what I can, because I don't need them. It's like, what's your purpose, man? What's your purpose? So like this, yeah, we're just going ahead and get rid of some of these guys. But anyway, yeah, this has been Commissar, bro. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I do this because you guys watch, and this is because of you. It's because you guys take time out of your busy schedules and days to watch me do this, and I really enjoy it. Thank you for giving me that amazing opportunity. But anyway, before I les out on everyone, I'll see you guys later, and tune in next time for this particular series of fixing the Russian economy in Superpower 2. Thanks, guys.